celebrating today?
We got Santos Rivera, man.
Oof, the GOAT, baby. The GOAT. Santos, this is a celebration to you because,
thank you.
we grew up very similar, all of us. And when we see people making it as far as you did, we like to, give people their credit, big them up. And today's a celebration for Santos. So I need everybody to give
Appreciate
it up.
that.
I need
Appreciate
everybody
that.
to give it up for my man Santos.
Let's go.
Yo, dead ass.
Well, what's going on, yo? I appreciate you guys having me here.
Man, we're so
I
excited.
was sitting there like, dang. I was like, yo, Jose's doing podcasts now. Yo, if you ask all my boys for the past like 3-4 years, I told them, like, bro, I want to do a podcast. They're like, yo, just do it. I was like, nah, bro, I'm cool. I'm too shy, So it's like, do what I gotta do, but I get shy. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, bro, that shit goes away.
Yes, sir.
That shit goes away. At first, but after like the 3rd, 4th episode, you're just like, fuck it. I'm saying treat it like cold calling. You know how you call, and then like I'm pretty sure in the beginning it was a little bit.
You should see my routine that I have to get into before I cold call.
Yo,
You got affirmations or what?
Nah, so I gotta throw in a Lil Durk 248.
Okay.
Right, that song gets me real hype.
hey.
Then honestly, if I didn't go to the gym that morning, my cold calling day is gonna be completely horrible. Cause I'm gonna be lazy and sluggish on the phone.
It sets the tone, man.
For the most part. So, if I don't go to the gym, my whole day's messed up.
Yo, that's crazy because it's true. Because essentially, in the morning you go to the gym, you let off all those dopamines, and then you get ready to go. Versus waking up, doing it sluggish, and getting cursed out.
And I struggle with that, man. That's why I've been in the gym just on a routine because it sets the tone for that day. And you really get some success and you're very productive when you start the day right. So,
but yo, honestly, for me, I'll be pillow hugging, son. I'll be pillow hugging, baby. I'll be like sleeping till like 10 o'clock sometimes.
man,
What a shame.
you're making all that money, man.
Nah, I'm really not. I really shouldn't be doing that.
Making all that money.
Nah, I go to sleep late. Sometimes I go to sleep. Look at me coming up with excuses. I go to sleep late.
Yeah.
I'll be editing
I
videos.
go to sleep late too. I probably fall asleep around like 2-3 in the morning. I'm an hour behind you guys though, so it's really like 3-4 in the morning up there. But I wake up probably around like 7-8.
Good shit, bro. Good shit. So, bro, let's jump right into it, man. Thank you for coming, Santos. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. You want to?
Yeah, man. We definitely kicked this off, man. Santos, thank you again for coming up on here, man, and dropping some jewels because we about to get into it, man. So let's first start off here, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you grew up and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, so I mean, right now, I'd say I'm a wholesaler and investor. Mainly used to primarily wholesale for the most part. Probably like 2.5 years straight, just straight wholesaling. Before I even, practiced what I preached. Then I actually, was able to start buying properties. Buying a few rentals here and there. Doing a lot of flip projects. Majority of the investments I did were majority of them were flips. Mainly because Philly, it's a real high price point market, and your margins are a lot bigger compared to like I'm doing a flip right now in Reading, where I'm only gonna make $30,000. But realistically, I don't care because I did them with no money out of my pocket. So I'm doing a lot of deals like that right now currently. Mainly investing. Born in Reading, lived in Reading till I was probably like 5 or 6. Used to live on Fairview Street on the south side. Moved to Philly. Lived in Philly, basically my whole life until this past December.
What part of Philly did you live in?
North and northeast. Then when I hit like 17, I moved to South Philly. When I moved out on my own, so moved to South Philly, got a house there, been there ever since. So, then from there, in Philly, I was honestly just working from when I was 12 to 14, legit shoveling horse shit.
You were shoveling horse shit
at a barn, near the street. Philly suburbs got some weird stuff.
Wow.
So legit shoveling horse shit. Used to do a lot of snow removal and stuff. I used to have a good friend, his dad. He had a construction company, but in the winter, he used to pay his workers like $30 an hour to shovel snow because he used to have contracts to these big apartment complexes. So I used to be out probably like 6 in the morning to whenever we got done, probably like 10 o'clock at night.
So
But
how old did you say you were?
from there, that I did all that from I was like 12 to 14.
So,
But
okay. Go ahead, my
but
bad.
you got to remember, you only got paid when it snows,
Right.
So it's not like in Philly, we have one crazy snowstorm. There'll be 2 days worth of work. I might make a couple $100, maybe even $1,000. But I'm only 12 to 14, so I was set for like 2-3 months.
Definitely
Yo,
a lot of
that
money
ass.
for a teenager, man.
Yeah, and then when I was 14, I started working at McDonald's. Uh, Basically worked at McDonald's all the way up till I was like 16. 16, upgraded, started working at Chipotle. So
So you've been
know,
working since you were young then.
yeah. I mean, honestly, when if I'm bored, I'm just doing dumb stuff. You know what I mean? So, and it's honestly, I used to be like straight A student. They want to skip me and everything. When I got to high school, I wanted to be a veterinarian. Then I realized how
Wow.
much I hated school. So I was like, yeah, I got to do something else. You know what I mean? So then from there, I just decided I'm just, enter the workforce and just start working, you
That's
know? Um, so I was working Chipotle till I was 16, talked to my stepfather. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get into construction, blah, blah. I want to build a house. No, before that, I talked to my uncle. He graduated from Reading High. He was a Marine at the time. Me and him were sitting there talking. I was like, yeah, I want to be a Marine. He was like, no, you don't. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you work at Chipotle in high school and you make more money than me.
wow.
I was like, dang. Well, I was like, you serious? They only make like $750 a week $750 every 2 weeks. So he's only making $1,500 a month. But when you're in the military, you really have no expenses.
Right.
So I mean, that's what he was living. When he got deployed, he basically got paid double that. So he went from $1,500 to $3,000 a month after taxes and stuff. But then again, now you're deployed.
So he like kind of curved you from going that
Yeah,
route.
he kind of steered me away. Honestly, if he never told me that, I probably would have did that, because the majority of my friends, they all went to the military and they all came out right now and they all hate it. Like they have nothing to do right now.
Damn, bro.
So then I talked to my stepfather, he's a contractor. He's actually a union carpenter. I was like, yeah, what's up? Get me in the union. I want to build houses. And he's like, nah, you don't like getting your hands dirty. He's like, don't do that. Go chill with your grandfather, Pat. My grandfather, Pat, he's been a realtor for probably over 25 years. He actually just retired last year.
Wow.
He was a realtor for 25 years in Remax in Ben Salem. So I was chill with him for the summer, and I was like, I like this. I can be a realtor. So then, I started, literally I told him, I was like, yeah, my senior year came, the day I turned 18, I called him, I was like, yo, I'm about to drop out of high school. I'm about to get my real estate license. And he was like, nah, you need a high school diploma to graduate, to go to real estate school, to get your real estate license. So I was like, man, this is bullshit, So I was like, I'm still working at Chipotle. I think when I turned 18, that's when I actually transferred jobs. I went to start working for a hospital. So as soon as I started working for a hospital, I was getting paid $16 an hour at 18,
That's good.
But at that point I had my own bills. I had my own apartment. I had stuff I had to pay for. So even though I was making $16 an hour, I really didn't feel like I was making $16 an hour. Right. But I was able to get all my credits though. So I was able to leave school at 10 o'clock every day. And then I'll just go straight to work because work will start at 11:30. So I used to work 11:30 to 7:30 every day.
So if I'm sorry not to cut you off, but if you don't mind me asking, like, what propelled you to work so much from that early age of like always working from 12 to like working so much that you're leaving early from school? Was it like a family thing where you had to, come up with some extra bread to pay the bills, or is it solely where you just always like to have money and you just wanted to work just so you can have money?
So, I mean, realistically, like my mom, she was mainly doing a lot of stuff herself. So, whenever I had a chance to make money, I'd want to make money. I probably haven't asked my mom for $1 since I was probably honestly 14 years old,
Yeah.
Just because I really didn't want to, she's raising me, raising 2 other kids. She was going through a divorce at the time. I really didn't know the situation, so I never really spoke on it at the time. So I really didn't understand. So, she was always working. I have a little brother and sister, and I'll do whatever I can. Whenever they ask me for something, I was able to give it to them. They didn't have to go to my mom either.
So you kind of all right, cool. So do you want to add or?
No. Go ahead, man.
All right, so I'm thinking in my head, like I'm trying to put it together, right? So I'm like, all right, kid, 12, 13. Was she going through that divorce with your dad, or was it like stepdad, or what?
It was my stepfather. My dad, he wasn't really around too much. My dad's actually in Reading on the south side. So
Okay, so
yeah.
then
So my
so they're going through this divorce, and and then you see what she's going through, so you step up to be, let's say like the man of the house,
Right, exactly.
and then I see, that's what's up.
I wouldn't really necessarily say the man in the house. I had never really tried to play that role. I never felt like that was my role to try to play. But it was like kind of like I just want to show you that I don't need anything from you. You know what I mean? That you don't have to struggle and worry about what I need. Just take care of yourself and my brother and sister.
Okay,
Right, like so, that was more so what it was. Like when I was 17, like when I was 17, me and my mom had a fallout. So I didn't talk to my mom for like 2 years at the time. But I always kept in touch. Like my brother and sister used to be at my apartment every week. We used to talk and chill. They know I used to work. But my grandfather, he made me finish real estate. He told me that I had to finish high school so I could be in real estate. And it turns out when I got my license, that was never even the case. You don't need your high school diploma.
he just wanted you to finish it then.
He just wanted me to finish, mainly just sit there and say I did it. You know what I mean? For my mom and for my family at the time. And at the time I didn't get it. I was like, yo, fuck you, just come. I could have been sitting there grinding, earlier, blah, blah, blah. Never happy. Everyone has their time. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it with my mom and like that part. Like that part right there and the family, why I always worked so much is when I was bored, had nothing to do, she'd be working all the time. She's working 2 jobs. When I was from young as I can remember, my mom was working 2 jobs. Even right now to this day, she's good, she's comfortable, she still works 2 jobs. That's just how she is.
Good.
But yeah, so I guess I kind of picked up that work ethic from her for the most part.
Dope.
That's great.
Yeah, man. So were your friends hustling just as hard as you, or was you the only hustler in your bunch, man?
No, I'm not gonna sit there and say that. Majority, like I'll say it's 50-50. You know what I mean? At the time, I'm young. I had a lot of friends at the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was either, I had different crowds. I had some friends that work their asses off. I have some friends that they're gonna sit there as soon as they get done high school, they're going to family companies. I have some friends who families dumb rich and they're gonna just go straight to college and do certain things. I have some friends that were taught by their parents, just go to school, don't work, don't do nothing. So it's really, and I have some friends that drug dealers that struggled all the time.
Right.
So it really all depends, like what crowd or what you would say, but. Yeah, I guess you could say I had friends that were, hustling as hard as me. And I had some friends that never had to hustle,
Right.
Damn, not for nothing though, but a lot of the people that I know that came from Northeast especially, like, it was pretty rough out there, especially back then. So you went from Northeast to South. Were you working in all over Philly, or how did that work? Were you on the South side, the Northeast, like at that early age?
So when I moved, that's when I left the hospital. So I ended up working in Delaware County. So it's like past South Philly, past the airport. So I started working at a Metro store. Metro, if you work in a phone store, you make a fuck ton of money. You know what I mean? Like possibilities are, honestly, it took me 2.5 years to quit working at a phone store until I was making as much money as I was in real estate there.
But like how though? Like how is it that you can make so much money in a cell phone store, bro?
The commission structure.
Commission.
I know people that the 3 properties that you sold to my buyers on Eisenbrown?
Mm-hmm.
Cell phone stores.
Wow.
They have 12 houses.
Wow. Does he own the cell phone store, or is he
No, he just works
sales.
So he just works there, and he's
works there. Bought 12 houses off me in the past 1.5 years.
Wow.
Damn, son.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what, is this selling contracts or like selling products or?
Basically, realistically, there's a bottom line on everything you can make. So, for instance, let's just say a phone costs $60, right? Well, the phone costs $140, because we're at Metro. So, a phone costs $140. The payment plan costs $50. Unless you want hotspot, that costs $60, and activation fee is $12. So, the max you're allowed to ring a customer out to is, let's just say 140 plus the 60, that's 200 plus the $12, that's 212. If they really want to, they could get that out the door for $72. A lot of people don't know that. But the cell phone store will never tell you that because they automatically get an instant rebate for the full amount of the phone. So the phone's actually free. You shouldn't be paying for the phone.
Wow.
But I'm not going to say you shouldn't be paying for the phone, but if you ask them, they can only charge you at $72.
Yo, your friend's about to hit you up and be like, yo, stop giving away the gems.
They can be like, yo,
Bro, you're
Santos,
telling them way too
much
much
sauce.
Way too much.
There's way too much sauce.
So I was working at a cell phone store for that one in Delaware County for 3-4 months, but I was doing so good that he actually gave me my own store to run in Delaware.
Wow.
So I was working in Delaware at 18 years old, going to real estate school, making like $1,500, $2,000 a week.
Wow.
After taxes. So I was just like, life is good, man. I can't complain, you know?
Right.
So then from there, still in real estate school, but I was like, yo, I have to downgrade. When I graduated real estate school, I was like, I have to downgrade so I could put more time in real estate because I knew the long-term goals.
Right.
So I took a pay cut at the time. So I hit up my boy who works at another store. I was like, yo, let me work in your store in Southwest Philly. So I'm in South Philly at the time. Southwest Philly is only 15 minutes away from me. Cool, my store. So I was probably making like $1,000, $1,200 a week. Plus, I'd buy a lot of phones. Like, if you come in there, technically T-Mobile, you could trade in, but I could buy it off you and I'll give you more. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't do that, but I mean, you can't. So I'll buy your phone. I'll send to my guy to fix it, or I'll sell it directly to somebody else. And then I'll go on offer and post. At the time, it was the iPhone 6.
Okay.
So the iPhone 6, I'm sitting there getting them for $100, $110 off the customer. The actual company will only give them $50, so I give them $100, $110. And I go sit there and resell it for $200. That's $90. If I do one of them a day, 5 days a week, that's $450.
Right.
Yo.
So I mean, there's a whole bunch of other ways to make money, especially in the phone store. So I mean, that's why it was really hard to get away from it.
I see. So it took you 2 years to get away from that and to jump into what made you say, you know what, real estate is it, the income I'm earning from here. Did you wait till you hit more money doing wholesaling? Did you wait to quit once you started making more money, or did you take a leap of faith, or how did that look?
So I graduated high school in 2017, started real estate school 2 weeks later. Didn't get my license. I failed 6 times. Didn't get my license till February 14th. I got my real estate license. I met this guy, me and him sitting there talking, driving around in GTR, freaking M3, G-Wagon. I'm like, bro, how the fuck you drive around all this shit, right? And when you're a realtor, you go on HomeSnap and you check people's stats. It's like the NBA.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm like, bro, you have 0 closed deals in the past 24 months. What the fuck do you do?
Right.
Right. Meanwhile, I'm not sit here and go work for my grandfather, who does like 2-3 deals a month on the retail side, selling $200,000, $300,000 houses, and he makes a good living. But you're looking like you're making a way better living. He's like, wholesale, bro. I was like, okay, so, like, you're trying to put me on? He's like, so it took a little bit. It took a little while. So at the time, still working at the phone store, right? This guy, he bought an ice cream store. He opened the ice cream store. His name's Mike. Mike opened the ice cream store. So I started working at the ice cream store just so I get close to him. Like anything. Like I was fucking making like $70. You know what I mean? Like it was chump change.
That's interesting.
But overall, we developed a trust and a bond, relationship, friend, best friend now, So it's like at the time, my intentions were learn as much as I can, just do what I gotta do. So, started learning. Basically I actually didn't start. I didn't even start learning. He basically taught me how to go get probates from City Hall. Then he was like, send me the list when you get it. Call them. Let me know when you got an appointment for me. Didn't teach me nothing. That was it. So first
wait, run that back. So you said what exactly? He put you on probates. You said he gave you a list?
So he told me how to get the probates.
Okay.
So I spent my time going to City Hall to get the probates.
Okay.
Use his card, paid with his money, got the whole probate list. Because $3 a file, but it's a hit or miss in Philly. So you pay $3 a file. If there's 100 files there, I'm spending $300. Majority, I think the ratios were 50-50. So it's 50 of them were bad, 50 of them were good.
Okay.
So I'd be handwriting 50. I didn't have a laptop at the time either. I mean,
Wow.
So I'm handwriting the name of the person who inherited the house, the address, and the person who inherited the house mailing address. So I'm doing all that.
Wow.
As soon as once I get home, then I got to type it. So meanwhile, I'm in City Hall for like 2 hours. Then I get home and I type it up. And I go once a week, every week. I type it all up. I send it to him. He sends it to Skip Trace. He gets it back to me. Now he's like, call. I didn't have a Mojo at the time. I didn't have anything, right? So I'm dialing every number. Meanwhile, this one, Skip Trace, it didn't just give you 3 numbers. It only gave me like 9 numbers. So I'm just calling.
some Google phone. This sounds like some Karate Kid shit.
Right?
He was like prepping.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there like, I'm like, bro, this shit fucking sucks. Yo, there's so many times I wanted to quit. So, anyways, fast forward 6 months, I'm still. I get a appointment on Unruh Ave. I'll never forget. 3000 block of Unruh. So we get it, bang. After split, after he pays me out, I walk away with $2,000. You know what I mean? 'Cause I was only making 20% off every deal. And then so I was like, fuck, $2,000 better than nothing. You know what I mean? So
Right.
$2,000 for 6 months of work. Then I started getting a deal a month.
Nice.
Then I started getting 2 deals a month. I was like, okay, I got some money saved up now. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna invest. I'm finding some other stuff. Try like this dialer called Call Tools. Absolutely horrible. Never use that shit again.
Me neither.
Then
Sucks.
and then from there I just switched over to Mojo. And that's it, man. I was just in there like I was watching videos. I was swamped. This is like when Maxwell just started getting popping because Maxwell only started cold calling like 2017, like wholesale in 2017. So when his videos came out, I was like, yo, this is a guy like 10,000 followers. Yo, he really doing this shit, you know? Now look at him, you know? So it's just like I'm sitting there, I'm watching all his videos, seeing how to cold call, talk to people, and I'm just sitting there looking at all these people cold call. So my guy Mike never sat there on the phone with me, never heard him cold call, never nothing. So it's kind of like, you know, like I guess you could say a self-taught process. Like he gave me a handbook and just like figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
So from there,
did he provide you with a script, or that was just something that you was like, oh, let me Google this and then see how I can actually talk to these people?
There was it was me, Asian Mike, which is my partner from today, and we had another partner, let's say partner B, right?
I take it didn't
B,
go very well with partner B. You said partner B.
He was a little bit more hands-on with me when I asked him like a lot of questions because he know more about the marketing and you know how to do it and how to cold call. He know how to talk to people and deal with people.
But he
just
slimy?
wasn't as aggressive when it came to locking up deals.
Okay, is that why you cut him off, or was because he was slimy?
Sure, we can get there. So,
yo, Jose wants the tea.
No. Go ahead.
He wants to smoke. He wants me to get smoked when I get back to Philly. But yeah, so partner B, you know, so anytime I had questions or you know came down development stuff or you know how do I do this better, how do I do that, he was always really good with that. So basically, it was all 3 of us, you know, working together at the time. You know, basically we were the team. It was all 3 of us. So it was like a deal a month. And meanwhile, I'm making calls while I'm at work. I'm like, yo, cool. I'm gonna hop in the back real quick, make calls. It's slow, cool. I'm knocking out some calls. Like I was literally calling whenever I could. No one answered, and I'm dealing with a customer. I'll be like this. Yep. Meanwhile, I'm texting the guy if he's interested in selling his house. You know, off my phone, no texting platform, anything. So it was a whole lot of that for probably around a year, 2. Then I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna try to quit my job real quick to sit there and see if I can make this work. You know, just getting now. It's 6 months. Another 6 months go by. It's a year. I'm getting a deal a month. I got 2 this month. You know, I think I quit. So I quit. I was about to be fucked. I was running broke.
Yeah.
Damn.
So had to go back. Went back to work. Still doing 2 deals a month. Then, you know, eventually hit 3. And I was like, I'm gonna quit again. Then I had 2 months of just dead silence, nothing. Had to go back to my job again. And then it was a whole lot of back and forth. And then I guess say over the past 2 years, it's been really consistent. So 2020, January was my last time ever working for somebody. Basically, my boy took over a few Metro stores, so I was helping him out. His boss got mad because I came in late. Because for real, I really didn't care about the job. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. I
Right.
didn't care about the job. Didn't need a job.
You was
Didn't
like,
want
I
the
got
job.
my own business.
Right. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
so
what we
it
all
was
think.
I don't need this shit
Yep.
anymore. I'll do a
I'm
deal.
doing 3.
I dare you.
Like, go ahead, bro. Fire
Yeah.
me, bro. You need me more than I need you. So it got to a point where I was just like, the owner was like, "Why were you late?" Because I woke up late. Like, what do you mean?
What you mean? I'm here, ain't I?
I think
And
I
I'ma
got
get
the
the
last.
job
I think I
done.
got the last messages on my phone actually right now. I can show you guys.
That is
So
hilarious.
it was like, yeah, you know, like I woke up late. I kind of really, you know, I started really not caring about the job anymore. And then from there, it was more so like, I'm gonna sit there and just, you know, work, hustle, and do what I got to do. From there, so right here,
Santos
here it
looking
is.
for the receipts, baby.
Right. 8:14 in the morning, still store. Well, this was 9:14 in the morning. It said store still closed.
He
I
sent you a
was
picture.
like, hey, Bashar.
That's what shit I would do. I'd be like, excuse me.
Why aren't you here yet?
Who was scheduled to open? They at me, right? And then said,
Wow.
okay, wrap it up. Don't need any more drama. And then that's it. That's the last day I worked.
Man,
The last day I worked was February 15, 2021. Well,
Nice.
2020. 2021, they still had me in the group chat and they removed me.
Best day of your life, eh?
Yeah, I honestly, I thought I was like, oh, I guess I gotta really hustle now. So from there, I started just investing a lot more time into cold calling. I was cold calling every day. I'd wake up in the morning, go to the gym, come home, cold call, go out to eat, do whatever I had to do. You know, that's how it was from there. You know, I was averaging, you know, 3 to 6 deals a month, and I was living comfortably. You know what I mean? I wasn't able to really make a lot of money, especially when we we're splitting with 3 other people.
Yeah.
To 2 other people to sit there and, you know, really do what I wanted to do.
right.
Come fast forward, probably a year later, you know, still averaging. Now we're doing like 10 deals a month.
Wow.
No,
Is
I'll
it
say
still,
like 5 to 8.
is it just you and the dude, or like,
It's me, Mike, and B.
all right.
So 2021, beginning of 2021, I locked up a deal, 8 property package, bang. I remember that deal. That was the first one. Now it was that one. I think the 1 month we had like 15 deals, and then the month later it was like 5. So I think it averaged out between like, I think like 7 deals a month or whatever. So I probably sold realistically like over 70 properties last year. I mean, majority, I did like 7 of them with just you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was doing a lot of deals. But I found the niche where it was like, yo, all I gotta do is just get buyers. I don't even care about sellers no more.
Yo,
So
deadass.
I have like, if everyone, a lot of people that know me, they know my buyers list is crazy. Like, you send me something, if it makes sense, I'll sell it to them. I personally won't sell them shit that I think's bullshit, because then they'll never buy another deal off me again.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I have like repeat business of customers who bought all 12 of their properties from me, or their whole portfolio is built from me, you know? And I make it a lot more streamlined for my customers. Like, I had this one client who's an Amazon automation seller, who basically, I learned it from him, kind of like, he makes the whole process easy for everyone that's in the Amazon automation space, where they don't have to do anything except sign a DocuSign and that's it.
Wow.
So I make it that easy for my clients now, where if they don't want to come to settlement, they don't. I set them up with the funding. I send them up with the construction. I set them up with the property management. I set them up with the refinance process, and they never have to leave their house if they don't want to.
Nice.
Yo, that's great.
You know?
It's like a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
One-stop shop. You buy something, everything else is just plug and play from there.
And then everybody else, you provide jobs too and funds too, because at the end of the day, contractors winning, the private money lenders winning, the buyers winning, you're winning. So it's just a bunch of wins all across the board.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like for instance, 2 weeks Tulpahaken, you were there. So Tulpahaken, 2 weeks before I sent Tulpahaken to my private money guy, I said, "Yo, can you fund this for me?" He said, "How much you want to put down?" I was like, "I mean, whatever you want to put down." He's like, "You only got to put 4,000 down." I was like, "Okay, guess whatever." So I was like, "I'll take it." Well, no, originally he was like, "I like the deal, can't fund it, don't have funds right now." He texted me 2 days later, "I have funds if you want to take it." Okay, cool. Ran out of money again. cause I sent him a deal last week. He's like, ran out of money. Text me again. He was like, yo, I got some money. If you want it, you got to respond to me in the next 2 hours. Bang. He's funding another deal for me. So basically he works with me because me and my clients have like basically a good reputation, you know, repeat business, pay all our stuff. He made all his money back on us. None of my clients fucked him over as far as I know yet. So, you know, he likes doing business with me. So,
Yes.
I mean, realistically, I try to make it as easy as possible for everybody. Like even my contractors will tell me when they're taking on too much. They're like, yo, it's too much to stop. So we'll stop for a little bit. I was like, let me know when you're going to be ready for another one, because I'll just grab another one. So I grabbed one on 9th Street. I grabbed Topahaken.
You beat me.
So I know 9th Street's gonna be done. Oh yeah, 9th Street was supposed to be Leroy's deal.
Santos came in for the swoop. He says, "Psych."
Yo, I would never. That was a lesson for me, man. But go ahead. We'll jump into it.
So grab 9th Street, grab Topahaken, and then I'm buying another one on Marion Street. I talked to my contractor. Like, yo, you sure I can buy this? He's like, yeah, I'm be wrapping up 9th Street. So that will be sitting for like 2 weeks, and then I'll start it. So, okay, cool. So, you know, I just try to keep everyone busy. As long as everyone's busy, no one's gonna leave you. You know, everyone's busy, everyone's loyal, everyone's transparent. You know, honestly, if shit gets fucked up, tell me shit gets fucked up, and go from there. You know, we move on about it. You know, there's a lot of people that I work with that, you know, were good. A lot of people that were bad, and you know, stuff from there.
Right.
So that's like even going back to like partner B. Partner B, I sat down with him in December. I was like, yo, listen, I was like, starting next month, as soon as I move, you know, he's like, you're really moving? I was like, yeah, bro. And I was like, as soon as I move, I was like, I'm not working with you no more. I was like, it's just, you know, work ethic just isn't there. Like I said, we did over like 70 deals that month. He helped with like 0 of them.
Wow.
Like no bullshit. You know what I mean? So you eating with me on 70 deals. That's because I was loyal, bro. Like I'm loyal. Sometimes loyalty fucks you up, you know?
Yo, for real.
But sometimes you just gotta, you know, put your foot down. It's like, yo, you know, don't want to do it no more. So that's like even this year so far, it's me and my partner. You know, I manage all my callers. I manage converting the leads, converting the appointments. And my guy goes to the appointments and I sell them. So he goes to appointments, he negotiates with the owner, he locks them up. And I have our buyers list where we blast it out. If we don't sell it within 48 hours of blasting out, we MLS it.
That's
and then,
smart.
You know, just go from there and, you know.
So you give your buyers 48 hours, and if nothing, no deposits are placed or anything signed, you're MLS in all day.
MLS and everything.
Do you tell them that, like, dude, you got 2 days. If you don't want it, I'm just gonna blast it out to everybody.
Well, if I have something, or so in Reading, right? Reading, I have a rotation of people that I filter through. So let's just say A, B, C, D. A will get a house. I'll move the next house I get. I'll sell to B. Next house I got to move to C down the line, right? Now, let's say I come back around. I'm about to hit A again. A's like, yo, I'm not ready for another house. Can't do it. Cool. I'll move on to B and just go right back down the line. Because realistically, I have as many houses my guys could buy in Reading, they'll take, you know? But so I really have people on a waiting list in Reading. Now, when it comes to Philly, I have a lot of cash buyers, but it's like a handful of people that only like niche areas. So let's just say it's a deal. Like, so I just locked up this deal 2 days ago. I'm blasted out for $45,000. So a lot. No one wants it. I waited 2 days. I don't really know any developers that would want in that area. I personally wouldn't develop in that area. But there's comps at $45,000, so somebody's obviously gonna buy it, you know?
Right.
So I just MLS'd it today.
Okay.
And then go from there, probably be sold in like a week and go about it.
So did you have to find like specific people to put it on the MLS with that knew how to properly put it in the MLS, being that it's an assignment, or do you put it on the MLS yourself, or how does that work?
So I'm about to switch brokerages just so I could MLS my deals myself because of this happened today. So I searched the house that the thing for 45 that I told you I listed the lots. Mm-hmm. It got put on the MLS. And so I searched it on Zillow just to see if it was going to come. I always check them, you know. He put it for publicly for everyone to see on Zillow. So there's a button on MLS that you could click that says agents only. So that's what I usually do for the most part. So I made the guy take the listing down and re-put the listing up as agents only.
Oh, so he put
because
it as like
Philly,
an entry. It's entry only versus.
No, it's not entry. It's not entry agent. Only. There's a little dot on there that says, does the seller want this on the MLS? You just click no.
Hmm.
And it won't get blasted out on Zillow, it won't get blasted on Trilio, Hot Pads, it won't pop up anywhere. It's just only gonna be on the MLS.
But the agents will hit you up about it because at least they see it and they have the
But yeah,
buyers.
only agents will see it. Yep.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, bro.
So I mean, even like from there, I do it like that for the most part. Realistically, with a lot of people that are real skeptical, especially about renting, even like a lot of my Philly guys are real skeptical about renting. I'll tell them, if you don't like what you bought in the first 2 months, I'll buy it off you for the same price you bought it for.
So you give them a 60-day money back guaranteed.
Money back guarantee.
Okay.
As long as they didn't do some shit to it and they fucked it up. But
Right.
it's like my guys, they bought a duplex off me on Franklin Street. I never even saw the duplex. They didn't want to see it. They never saw it either. Turns out the electric was never separated. So I was like,
Wait, who
okay.
sold you that one?
You know,
Wait a minute, Franklin Street. Let me think about this. A 2-unit on
the
Franklin.
commercial guy,
Commercial guy.
I know one.
commercial building guy. Come on, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Is he at United?
I
No,
honestly don't know.
the guy I do the most shit with in Reading.
Oh, I think I know who's
okay,
he's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, he sold that to my guys. But the problem is, he had that deal locked up for 2 years. He had it locked up so cheap. That's his biggest wholesale deal he ever did. And he did it with me.
Wow.
He had that locked up at $35,000.
But it was never disclosed that the electric wasn't separated.
He didn't know, and I didn't know, and my buyers didn't know.
I mean,
So I told
that's still a good deal, though. I mean, if they sold it to you at contract price, I don't know. You said
Wait, how much did you pay for it?
My buyers bought it at $90,000.
Oh,
Nah, that was retail.
That was definitely.
But like, how long ago was this? Was this recently or like a couple months back?
August, September.
Okay.
That was retail.
So
back then?
I mean, ARV it needed no work except that. So ARV was 140.
Yeah.
I guess you could say separate the electric, spend $7,000-8,000.
Right.
So I mean, you really be in it after closing costs, let's say like 108,
Right.
105. So at the end of the day, it wasn't a bad deal. So I asked him, I said, "Yo, so do you want me to buy it back off you?" I was like, "I'll buy it back off you." He was like, "No, it's cool, I'll keep it."
Right.
Okay, bro. So like, stop complaining.
Right,
It is
so
what they have to
separate
do.
the shit. Shut up.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
it's definitely a deal.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so like stop complaining. You had to do absolutely no work except spend $7,000 to separate the electric if you want to.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's really no problems with it. I was like, bro, I'll buy it. You basically gave me the money back for the down payment, so I'll take it.
Right.
Yo,
so-
that's a good way of looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, majority of deals that I do in Reading, I do it like that because 9 times out of 10, if I sold it to, let's just say I sold it to guy A and guy A doesn't want it, guy B will buy it off me for the same price too. Even if it's just to save my name, so I sell it and I make no money, cool.
Right.
You're gonna have to eat the closing cost. I'm not gonna pay that.
Right.
But I'll pay for the sales price.
Yeah.
That's a great business model.
Yeah, bro.
It's an amazing business model.
Now, how does that actually affect your business? Because I know you're doing deli sales and you're managing your team, but to kind of also manage someone else's business, essentially that's what it is. If you're providing a whole turnkey solution, how does that affect your business?
It really, sometimes it is too much on my plate, but a lot of times it's not. I have a guy in Reading that basically runs around, takes, like, if I need him to take pictures, he'll take pictures. He checks on the contract, like he's checking on rehabs today, and everything that's going on. But once I pass it off to the property manager, it's really just cool. So they're really just checking on the construction part.
Right.
And if I need pictures of the property, they'll do that, etc. So, I mean, for the most part, like I have a deal today that I'm supposed to be sending an assignment to one of my buyers that's going to do everything through me, but I have to handle the construction and everything. But I know one of my other guys might take it at the same price, but I won't have to handle none of that. So like sometimes it's like, okay, do I want to make a couple thousand with the construction, or I want to deal with the headache of running this project, But
Okay.
I've done 2 deals with this guy already, and even when hiccups go bad, he's really cool. So I don't mind sitting there taking on the project.
Right.
So sometimes it just gets in situations like that where you got to pick and choose if you really want to do it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's been working out for you. That's what's up, bro. I mean,
Yeah, man. That was kind of how my summer looked like too. I got an out-of-state investor. He trusts me. We sold him a deal and then, turned around, rehabbed it and placed tenants and all of that. But that whole time with, we rehabbed each unit in this 3-unit. And that whole time, just managing contractor, it took so much time away from my business. And right after that, I'm like, yo, I got to throw the towel in, man. I got to give it a break. And then as soon as, you know, the building was complete and I was able to get back in my business, I made so much more money. But it felt good to be able to actually, you know, provide that solution. But I think the problem that I had at that point in time was the people around me doing the actual work. The contractors were showing up late. It was just a whole pain in the ass. And then Jose stepped back in, and then we were like back on clockwork.
Yeah, we just had to fire some people and
I have a guy that I could spend on a rehab, like for 9th Street. He quoted me 25,000. Well, 25, 30,000. Another guy quoted me 40. Some other guy quoted me some crazy ass price of 50. But anyways, so the guy at 40, I know I can pay him the 40 and it's not going to be a headache. He sends me receipts every day, just sent me more receipts today, sends me pictures every single day, keeps me updated, and I keep him busy. So I'll pay that extra $10,000 just to work with him.
Right.
Because I don't even have to pay someone to go check on that for me.
Yeah.
You know, I just check it whenever I'm in town.
That's the best feeling in the world.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what we got now.
Yeah, no, 100%, man, 100%. We found 2 great contractors. One is Jose's family, and then the other one, his name is Frank as well. But, man, he just, you know, showed up, got what he needed done, took pictures, and then it was just straight business. It was no personal.
Shout out to Frank, bro.
He does.
Shout out to the Franks.
Yeah. You got another Frank. I thought you were talking about our Frank. I'm like, damn, Santos got a hand on him.
That's different. It's different.
Yeah.
But Frank, like I never worked with your Frank, but our Frank, bro, like I look up to him a lot, man. He's very integral, detail oriented, does his job. He like is no funny business with him at all.
Right, exactly.
It's like get it and go.
Exactly. We pay a little bit more.
Speaking of Frank.
Go ahead, pick it up, bro.
Yeah, no. He just sent me told me he's gonna ask me one day tomorrow to let someone else go in and take a look at it.
Cool.
Don't you love that?
Yeah.
Yo, for real.
Oh.
They keep you updated through the phone and the pictures.
Yeah.
The whole process. Process. Them taking our money.
Yes, sir. But we're glad to give it to them just because you get like you're where at now. You're in Florida, right? I know you're back and forth from Florida to Philly. So you get to enjoy your life, man. So, you know, sometimes it pays to pay.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
It really does, man. It really does. That's dope, man. That's dope.
So, I mean, other than that, basically for the most part, right now, it's really just cold calling, doing what I got to do, and have guys that, you know, basically all in house, and they just cold call, bring in leads. I convert the leads. I have my guys go to appointments and just go from there.
So you're doing everything 100% virtually, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, my part, yes.
Yes.
You know, but I mean, like for instance, the deal I'm blasting for $45K, I locked up for $12,000.
Wow.
But in Philly, that's normal though. That's why when people in Reading, they tell me that it's like, oh, $5,000. I'm just like,
right.
All right, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just like in Philly, I always, you know, shoot for the stars, aim for the moon. Because the number's right, someone's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, that day I didn't even negotiate with him. He told me, he was like, unless you're gonna give me $10,000 to $13,000, I don't even want to talk. So I'm sitting there like, yeah, bro, like let's hop on. I don't want to hop on the phone see if he has some more. That's the main reason why I called him.
Who's this? The seller?
Seller.
Okay.
So I called him. I was like, yeah. So I mean, I was like, first things first. You know, realistically, do you have anything else you want to sell that you might want to bundle? You know, so I mean, I sold everything. This is my last one.
Wow.
I was like, okay. He was like, I'm not taking any less than $10,000. But I didn't want to jump like right away. So, you know, start asking a little bit more questions. He's like, Tony's a little bit bigger. I was like, you know, realistically, in all fairness, you know, I could pay for like, you know, $12,000. That's something you consider. He said, how soon can we close? I said, as soon as title comes back, you know, 2-3 weeks. Worst case scenario, I'll really close on it and I'll just list it. You know?
Yeah.
Or I'll just drop the price down by $10,000 on the MLS and still sell it for $35,000.
Yeah.
You know,
sometimes with those easygoing sellers, I've learned, man, is that you can't be too like gun ho and ready to, you know, give them their price. You got to give them just a little bit of pushback, and because they'll be like, oh, you know what, he's gonna give me my price.
Maybe I can turn around and try to get more.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I really didn't. the way he was talking, I really thought like he was gonna have to sit on it and think about it if I offer him 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, basically, if we were to sign today, would you consider, $12,000? He said, yeah. So I did it. I'm not mad at it. He got extra
Nah, man.
$2,000 and what his quote unquote bottom line is, and I'm gonna make whatever I make on it.
No, 100%.
Oh yeah.
And plus, you did the right thing. He wanted less, and you gave him more. So, and
Yeah.
there's still a lot of room in that deal for you and your team. So that's dope.
I mean, realistically, if the numbers make sense, I don't negotiate.
Yeah, of course. Why
I know a lot of
negotiate?
wholesalers like, oh, you could have milked them for more. It's like, yeah, I could have, bro. But you know what I mean? But I didn't.
Right,
Like, all my biggest deals all came from not negotiating.
right.
Right, where it's
So.
just like they tell you how much they want, and just like, all right,
Yeah.
let's do it.
I had one of those, man. I walked in the house and the guy, he was super anxious. He's like, give me $5,000 and I'll sell it. I looked at him. I said, okay. And then he was like, really? I'm like, yeah. Okay. Let me just walk.
Okay.
I'll take a couple photos and that's it. And
Mhm.
I wound up selling that. I should have kept that. That was
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot. There's a lot
that
of
was a
deals,
great
especially
one.
when you actually have money now to start buying stuff. There's a lot of deals. Dang, I should have bought all of them.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking back, like every single day I bought them. Dang, I should have bought all these.
I was literally having this conversation earlier with a potential partner out in the Harrisburg area, and I was like, a lot of the deals that I came across, I gave them away for damn near for free. Like everything was a burr, and it's kind of sad. But we take the wins with the losses. It's really not a loss. It's really a lesson, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think it prepared us to be able to go out there and be more diligent as a buyers now. So that's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, you really got to think about it. I mean, majority of the flips that I bought off other wholesalers.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even buy them myself, just because if I know I can make like 10 to 20 on it, I'll sell it.
Right.
But if a wholesaler offers it to me, I was like, you know what, I got some money, let me buy this. I'll buy it. So that's like I have a flip that I just listed 2 days ago on the MLS. I'm in it. I bought it off the wholesaler for $142. He made $22,000 off me.
Nice.
I didn't care. So he made 22. I put 45 into it after interest payments and everything, and after paying my private money guy. I think I'm in it like 210. I got 2 offers today at 300,000.
Nice.
So I mean that one's probably gonna be when everything's all said and done, 80K spread just on that flip that I did with not $1 of mine either.
Yeah,
So I really
great.
can't even be mad.
Yeah, no, 100%, man.
So I just use that money to go sit there and have some fun with it, and then go buy some more stuff.
Buy some more car parts. You're a big car guy,
I'm done.
right?
I'm done with cars. My car's done.
Oh man.
No more cars.
My car's sold. Somebody bought it in Philly. I got to ship it to them next month.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, going back to like some of the lessons that you learned, we like to ask everybody like, what is one of their biggest lessons that they learned in the business that they're currently in the current business they built, only because like, a lot of times, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So what's one of the biggest like temporary defeats that you have had, and like, what did you learn from that, and how did you overcome
I got
that?
a list.
What's like the biggest one? And you're not like, it doesn't even have to be financially, but what's the biggest one that affected you most, but that you were able to, of course, solve and get back on your feet?
I'd say not paying my taxes correctly. I wrote off a lot, and it got to the point where I wrote off so much that I couldn't even get approved for the house I wanted. And at the time, like I kind of really need the house, so it was kind of like it was really like depressing state that kind of fucked up my business too, because I wasn't working either.
Right.
I was just sitting there trying to figure out this problem that you got to wait on the IRS for 6 to 10, 15 days to even get back to you. And then, so it went through a whole 2-3 months. And then I was literally under contract for 3-4 months, lost $15,000 by deposits, just keep putting more deposits. And then ended up never getting the house.
Wow.
Damn.
So because when I was young and dumb, I just wanted to write off so much.
Right.
That's why I heard. That's why I was always taught. Write off everything. Okay.
Yeah. I think a lot of entrepreneurs, they speak about the benefits of being a business owner. But in real estate specifically, if you need money and you need funding, or you have dreams to go in to talk to the bank, you need to pay in and you need to show that you have some positive income. I mean, I definitely had to go through that. I was fortunate enough that when like I transitioned from my 9 to 5, it kind of was like a simultaneously thing. So the first year that I actually filed self-employed, I was like filing self-employed, but also filing half W-2 as well. So I did show positive, and then it still was a hurdle when I went in to try to talk to the bank, just because they wanted to see at least 2 years self-employed. They wanted to see that you can duplicate your process. So, you know, I didn't really have to go through that, but I definitely did earlier in that first year when I tried to get funded. So yeah, it's not about always about writing off. It's about, you know, some income too. So I
If I
definitely
would
hear
have
that,
paid
man.
Uncle Sam, I probably could have did a lot more stuff than I did a lot sooner.
Yeah, and
You know?
to be honest with you, man, it's cheaper than working a W-2. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
I remember my first year paying in, man. It hurt. It hurt. Now this year, I'm like, it kind of was the same of what it was last year that I got to pay in, but I'm glad to pay it.
Right.
I'm glad to pay it.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to go
Once-
get more. You know?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. After I bought, I've been looking for a house down here, and it's been like depressing. You know, it's probably submitted like 5, 6 offers, all denied or outbid, already. So, I mean, and that's with me not writing off a dollar. You know,
Right.
trying to buy the house that I want to get, you know, for my family and everything. So as soon as I get that house, I'm set. Now I really don't care about the funding because I'm not going to need a funding for personal houses. I have other lenders and stuff like that. So
Right.
starting next year, I'm write off everything under the sun.
Yeah.
But
Right.
these past 3 years has been straight grind. Don't write off nothing. Pay my dues
Because you use no doc for your refis, if I'm correct, right?
for all my rentals. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I never had a problem with that. I only ever had problems with my personal
Okay.
finances.
See, I was doing refis, but I needed a bank that really didn't have a minimum because, as you guys know, the Redden market, you know, well, it's not like that anymore. But before we had that issue where,
Yeah.
you know, the minimum on something could be like 50 or something like that. So
Mostly like even 100.
yeah,
some of them.
yeah. Well, a lot of no doc services are like 100 minimum.
Yeah.
But
Didn't I send you that guy that was 75?
yeah, was it RCN or because I'm using Lima right now.
He's 100.
100% on. Oh,
No, he's
100,000 minimum.
Oh,
100,000
minimum.
minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still too high for the Reddit market.
No, I have another guy too.
Okay.
I met him a few months ago. He's out in Texas, but he
Okay.
does minimum loans amount of 50,000 as long as the property is 75,000 or more.
Okay.
That's good money.
So
Yeah, I'm plugged in with the no minimums. But the only thing about them is that they don't do 30-year fix, so it's kind of like, you know, you gotta be weighing your options depending on what kind of project you're taking. So right now I have the project that I just finished. That one I had to definitely go with a no doc to get a 30-year minimum. 30-year amortization, just because the purchase of the property and the cash flow.
So who did you go with on that one? You're talking about Leaseport?
Yeah, Leaseport.
Who did you go with that? What was the name?
I wound up using Lima 1.
Lima 1.
Yeah, Dre is using them right now, and then also one of my other cash buyers.
So it's 30 years fixed?
30 years fixed. The interest rate is a little high, but all investment.
Was it like 5?
5.5.
interest rate's a little high.
Yeah.
I was approved for 3.5 personal last month. My lender called me yesterday, said your purchase price went down lower and your interest rate went up higher. I'm at 4.4 now.
Yo, same thing.
I had a 760 credit score with all my docs.
Right.
And I talked to a couple other lenders. No one could beat that right now
Wow.
for personal. That's because last week they all went up, and this week
I'm
they've been going up over the
refinancing.
past month.
I'm refinancing a multi-unit, and I'm also buying a 4-unit, and both of them came back the same. And they're under my personal name. The reason why I like to get that 30-year low interest rate, umbrella insurance, but they both came back 4.9, 4.99.
I mean, that's still way better than what investment banks are. Well, what investment loans are coming back when you put it in your company. Like I'm seeing on average.
RCN gave me 3.75.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, RCN was about to give me. I should have went with them on.
Yeah, probably I should have too.
Yeah.
RCN gave me 3.75 in October on my duplex. But then you got to remember now interest rates were at 3% at the time, for personal, so I would have got 5%.
So hold up.
I did 4-point buy down
So
at 3.75.
Yo, that was smart. I'm about to do that too.
did you refi in your personal or did you refi in your company?
Every house I own's in my company.
Okay. And they give you 3%? 3.75?
3.75.
Rich DeVito. He's a good guy.
Wow. That's dope.
Mhm.
That's what's up.
I gotta hit Rich out.
So, yeah, you guys slacking. But I mean, honestly, right now the minimum is like 5.5 right now.
Yeah. I mean, I've been getting that since April, man.
Yeah, I never got that high until today. I was talking to a lender today, a different lender. He told me, he's like, yeah, 5.5. RCN offered me 5.5 too after the buy down, and I was like, I'm just gonna stick with my guy because.
Yeah, I was watching Bigger Pockets the other day, and they were saying like even at 5% compared to where it used to be, I guess like back in the week, I've never been
like 7, 8, 9%.
Yeah, I heard it was like really
people
high,
are telling
so.
me like these older guys that have been in the game for a long time tell me like, 5%'s not bad.
Right.
I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like my first personal house I ever bought was like 2.7%.
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago. I bought 2.7%.
Wow.
So it's just like, now you guys are sitting there telling me that
Mhm.
5% is good. It's double.
You got the money for damn near free, and now to see it double is kind of like,
Yeah.
I get it. I definitely get it, man.
Yeah, man. So you spoke about like one of your biggest, learning lessons, which was, IRS and all that, which I don't even like thinking about that because that shit just terrifies me.
Dangerous.
It's just, I do my best, bro. I have a CPA. I do my best. But at the end of the day, if I'm losing sleep, it's because that tax bill's around the corner. And I'm like, I don't know.
I'll say it's either that or just partnering with the wrong people. But, that's not something you could ever avoid.
Right.
You're always going to, run into the wrong people or do something with the wrong person. And it's just not going to work,
Yeah.
Once you realize and you're comfortable with knowing that everything's not going to go as planned, then I promise you your life's going to be a lot more easier.
Yeah, 100%, man.
But you just got to understand that. I mean, you're going to partner with the wrong people. You're going to fuck up. You're going to overspend on some projects.
Right.
You're going to have hiccups. It's going to come out to a lot more than what it came to before. You're going to trust the wrong people. You're going to grab the wrong contractors. It happens.
You just work through it and just keep learning from the mistakes, eh?
Exactly. So I mean, like all that factors into play,
So what was your biggest proudest achievement though? Like, let's go to the complete polar opposite of the spectrum. What's something that after you did, you were like, damn, I did this. Like,
moving to Florida and just being able to look back and do everything from here.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Bro, like if I stand up right now, I'm in this t-shirt, I'm in some PJs. After I got back from the gym, cooked breakfast, got on some PJs and just start working.
Damn, that's what's up.
Breakfast is 5:44 right now.
Yeah, it's 4:44 over here, but when I got home, it was like 10 o'clock. I haven't eaten since then.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. So I mean, that's probably the best thing. Sit back and look back. I'm really. I could go to Philly whenever I want. I got a house here. I got a house in Philly. I live in Florida. That's always been my dream.
Coast to coast.
Right.
Coast to coast.
Yes, sir. That's dope, man.
What part of Florida again?
Pensacola.
Pensacola. Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it's near Destin. Not a lot of people know where it's at unless you're really in the military because there's a military base over here. But it's near Destin.
I googled that thing when I was down there. I was down in South Florida. Probably 6-7 weeks ago or something like that. And I hit Santos up.
Oh yeah, when you were talking.
Where you at, bro? He's like Pentecostal.
He said Pentecostal.
Shit.
Man,
He said I'm in Pentecostal.
Damn.
Yeah, man. It's like 9-10. Wherever you were, it's like 9-10 hours.
Yeah. It was definitely far, yo. I was down South Florida. And when you showed me that, I'm like, I don't know. It's too
people don't realize how big Florida is.
Yeah, it's huge, man. It's huge.
But it's a month and a half ago, I went to go pick up my jet skis. My boy's like, yeah, I'm in Orlando. I didn't even Google it. I'm just assuming it's probably 3 hours, whatever. Yo, it was 6 hours one way.
What?
Wow.
That's like driving to North Carolina.
It was like, yo,
from
homie,
here.
if you want to see me, you gonna have to pack those things up on a plane.
I didn't think
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
mean,
think Florida was that big.
Yo, Florida's huge, man.
Florida's huge, bro.
Shit.
Even from
So,
like
but
Orlando
it's
to
all
like,
it's all long highways and empty
Yeah.
roads.
That's what's up. Well, congratulations, bro. You
Yes, sir,
deserve
man.
it because
Thank you,
you've been
thank you.
working hard. You've been, getting your systems and processes down pat and putting teams in place, which is very difficult to do. And, making those
hard.
mistakes and, and you did it. And now you're exactly where you want to be. So what do you think, what's aside from the Florida play, being in Florida, being in tranquility, being calm, being able to work virtually, fly back and forth from Philly to Florida, what do you see yourself doing in the future? Like say like 5, 10, 15 years. What's the ultimate goal? Like what's the vision?
Realistically, just have the complete system on autopilot. So basically everything I do, I just want someone else to do. Then just live. Like, I mean, me and, I talked about this. I'm probably only going to be here for like 3 to 4 years. Then I'll probably just move somewhere else.
yeah, man.
Or I was thinking like Hawaii, Puerto Rico, or Arizona,
Cool.
or one of those, but just basically do the same thing I do, different state.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up,
Oh.
bro.
So being that you're virtual, man, how did like obviously your team has instilled trust, but how do you feel delegating everything and giving something to somebody, knowing that you're great at it? How does that feel being able to delegate all of this stuff to them?
I'm gonna be
That's a
completely
good
honest.
question.
I feel like I'm really, really good on it, and I feel like before I found them, I was like, no one's gonna be better than what I do, because that was always my thing. I always sit there and I love cold calling. Like, believe it or not, I hate it, but I love it. It's a love-hate relationship. But I always felt like no one's ever gonna be better than me. But like my guy Mark, like I have many other friends that tried to work for me, didn't work out, wasting my money. Someone always told me, yo, don't do business with your friends. It's okay to make friends from business, but don't mix business with friends. But there's something about him. Me and him, it's funny because I have like a weird like niche. Like every day from like 10 to like 2 in the morning, I'm just on games. Like sometimes even early at 8 o'clock, I'm just playing video games. So I literally like me and him got close through there, just playing games all day. And his work ethic, like he'd wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go sit there and hang drywall all day, then come home, chill, go to the gym, work. So I always ask him like, yo, like, would you ever want? It's something about him. He's like, bro, would you ever, try real estate? It's like, no. I'm cool. He's like, I would, but I don't want to quit my job right now. He used to work for his dad at the time. He's like, no, I'm cool. So I was just like, his dream car is a track hawk. So my partner Mike has a track hawk. So hope Mike don't see this, but so I pulled up to Mark's house one time. He was like, yo, this showing crazy, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, bro, you trying to spend the block in it? He's like, bro, you gonna let me drive it? He's like, yo, it's not yours. I was like, bro, it's cool, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. Something happens, I got it. Don't worry about it.
He pulled that paid in full on him.
Right? So, yo, he drove it around. He's like, yo, this is crazy, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. I was like, bro, if you work with me, I promise you, 1 year you have a track hawk and minimum 2 rentals, right? And then he was just like, oh man, I can't leave my dad, like this out there, blah, blah. So I was like, all right, cool. This is like in December. I hired somebody else. He had texted me 2 weeks later, the guy I hired. Meanwhile, he was training. I was training with him every day, like, virtually, like going through calls, going through everything. He wasn't getting no hits. Like you expect to be like, 100%, off the rip. So he was just like, yeah, he was like, I'm cool. I'm gonna go back to the restaurant industry. He texted in the group chat between me and Mike. Like I was just kind of annoyed that I wasted that much time when I already told you what it was gonna be. Like you're gonna get salary, pay, commission. It's a hustle thing, you get what you put into it.
Right.
Anyways, he ended up quitting, so I didn't care. I was like, okay, cool. So I called Mark. It was like first week of January. I said, bro, this is your last chance. You want to start working? The other boy just quit. And I remember it was a Friday. He was like, I was like, bro, it's last chance, bro. No room for hesitation. He was like, all right. I was like, bro, you track hawk, Reynolds, I got you, bro, 100%. He was like, all right, man. He was like, send me what I gotta do. So I got like a whole copy and paste of just freaking like videos and everything. I was like, yo, watch this like hour and a half worth like videos compiled up. if you realize this is what you want to do, then you can start Monday. He's like, Monday? He's like, I got to tell my dad I'm quitting. So I was like, tell him to. He watched the videos that night, called his dad next morning. Dad didn't answer. He was drunk as hell. Freaking, because, you know, the weekend off, you know, we Hispanic, we party, have fun. Sunday comes along, he calls dad, they're like, I'm not coming to work tomorrow. What do you mean? He's like, yeah, I'm going to try his real estate thing. He thought his dad was going to take his bed. His dad was happy for him, you know?
Wow.
So the first 2 weeks, legit brought in $73,000 worth of assignment fees, closed, everything. Went on vacation, came back, and just been grinding ever since.
Wow.
After he got paid from those assignment fees, 9th Street came along, and he was like, yo, I could just live off my salary. Is there any way I could just reinvest this commission with you? And I was like, all right, bet.
So wait, what was his percentage on that 70?
Everybody's all different. So for him, he gets salary and commission. So it's 5%.
Okay.
But this is what he does full time.
Okay.
And on top of that, once you hit like over 3 deals that you brought in, then your commission gets up.
To what?
To 10%.
To 10, okay.
Yeah, so everybody's a little bit different, but then I also get bonuses. I think he walked away like just commission like 12, 13,000 a month. That's the bonuses.
Wow.
That's lit.
You know, realistically, at the end of the day, I want everyone to eat with me. A lot of people are like, yo, 5% ain't shit. It's like, bro, if you're on the phones all day, you should be able to bring in like minimum 2-3 leads a day.
Right.
And we should be able to convert at least 3 leads a week.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like that's realistically. So we're bringing 3 leads a week.
11 conversations. Well, not really, but probably like 25 quality conversation. And then out of those 25,
like 3,
you'll get 3 solid
good
deals
ones
out of that.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically with him, like, he's like my A1 guy right now. Like, even when my cold callers have questions, like, yo, talk to Mark. You know what I mean? So, I mean, basically with that, not including his weekly pay, you know, he was able to walk away with that. And he was just like, yo, let me just reinvest it. So now he's about to double that money by invested into 9th Street.
Okay.
Nice.
So me and him are splitting that together.
So you give your acquisitions a base plus commission.
The only reason I gave him a base is because he does a lot more than everyone else.
Right.
He does a lot more running around. If I need him to go settlements, he goes settlements for me.
Nice.
If I do need him to do any extra shit, like he's the guy to do that. You know what I mean? He handles them. You know what I mean? So it's the base, you know, and then commission.
Nice.
Everyone else is just, they will get higher commission. And I told him this. I said, bro, I was like, once you get comfortable enough and you realize you don't need that base anymore, your commission could get up.
Right.
You know, it could be 10, 15%. I don't care.
Yes.
You know?
Okay.
The more money you make, the more money I make. And I want you to make money and I want you to win. You know? So
because they're going
realistically, that's why I don't
happy.
mind even giving, like, I think 73,000 at 5%, 73 times 0.05 is only 3,600. You know what I mean? He walked away with $13,000 that month.
Nice.
Realistically, I was paying. There was a point in time where, for like 6-7 months straight, I was paying $4,000 a month in just VAs.
Right.
And that probably lasted around like 6-7 months. 6 months of $4,000 is 7 months is $28,000.
Right.
Wow.
I just spent in VAs. They probably only got me like $130,000 worth of deals. You know what I mean? Realistically, compared to where I pay someone a little bit more money, I'm gonna make more money.
And that was something that I was even considering too. And Brett Daniels from Wholesaling, I forget the company name, but he was mentioning that on one of his like Instagram reels, and he mentions like just grind it out for like 3 months straight, stack up your money, and then hire straight quality versus, you know, these $3-4 an hour VAs that can just dial, but they're not converting.
I was paying 6 VAs, you know, like $6 or $7 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
When if you really want quality, there's websites, there's people that do quality. You're spending $10 to $15 an hour on that person, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Realistically. But I'd rather have someone in-house, someone that I know that I can trust, that I can talk to, that I know is not going to get off the phone and then go work for another wholesaler. You know what I mean? It's just like it's a mind thing too, you know? I'm not sitting there saying they're bad. Everyone has their niche. It's just something that I didn't want to do.
It's just the energy, man. I get it.
Yeah.
Just making sure
it's like
everyone's on one accord.
Mark, I could text Mark at 8 o'clock at night. Yo, bro, so what happened with this lead earlier? I wasn't really paying attention when you were talking. Sorry, I was busy, you know?
Right.
And then he'll just sit there and tell me, you know? or stuff like that. If I mean, it's just a lot easier. It's a lot more quality. We go trainings every single week. You know, we'll go over their cold calls, tweak it.
So you do like
help 'em.
you do script practices every week?
Yeah, I'll hop on the phone. Like, all right, Jada, it's your turn. Call me. She'll call me, and then she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I fucked up." I was like, "You fucked up." I still act like I'm the seller. You know what I mean? It's like, you really fucked up, you know?
Catch yourself,
So,
right?
Right.
yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? So just go from there. And then I'll basically call them back of how I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll call me back, and then we'll go over it again next week. Or anytime they need a refresher. Like, that's how I used to do with partner B. I used to call them like, "Yo, bro, I need a refresher real quick." Like, "What's up?" I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna call you." It's like, ring, ring, bang, go over it. They're like, "Yo, seller hits me with this. What do I say?" But I'll do it like while I'm in the call, you
I
know.
see.
And then I'll hear him call me.
Now,
And that way,
what taught you how to be so good on the phones? Was it like a mentorship program? Was it YouTube University? Like, what taught you how to be so good at sales with sellers?
YouTube University and then partner B.
Okay.
It's emotions, bro. Especially in Philly, when
Before you
70% of
go
my
on,
business,
did
when
partner
70%
B?
of my business.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask, did partner B, did he have previous experience inside of sales or anything like that on why he was so good?
No idea. Never asked.
He just was good.
But I do know he paid $15,000 for this mentorship course, cold calling, and he gave it to me for free.
Wow.
Because like all the videos for free, everything.
So
So
you still got that password, son?
Right, last
I was looking the other day to send it to my cold callers. I was trying to find it in the emails. I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
It's been like, and I remember I
that.
sent it to this one guy. I've just been looking for it. I can't find it.
Yeah, I don't know
But
how many
basically-
passwords we've shared before.
We still share,
still
man.
do that shit.
We be like, yo, you seen that course just drop? Let's go half. Let's get it real quick. It's fun,
But
man.
it's just like, yeah, like, yo, so when he sent that to me, and basically I remember like the next day, like I just felt like it was crazy. I was calling somebody's probate. It was like 3:00. He's like, "I got off work at 5. Just call me." So I called him at 5. He wanted 100,000. All right, and I'm sitting there talking to him, and I'm saying, I was like, "Yeah." So my favorite go-to line, you gotta blur this out. You can't let people know. It's
Damn,
like,
now you gonna make me edit it. Too much sauce.
yeah, I'm learning this out. Too much sauce. So it was just like, yo, as soon as I asked him that, I was like, "Yo, what's your favorite memory in the house?" He told me his favorite memory and he just started crying.
Damn.
And then I was just like,
Santos out here making sellers cry.
yeah. And yo, from there, in my head, I'm just like, yo, this course is fucking crazy, right? So off that one sentence, so from there, me and him are sitting there talking, and I was like, yo, like you have a lot of good memories. Like, why do you want to sell it? You know
And
what I
there
mean?
you go.
Like, realistically, why not just keep it and fix it up?
Right.
And then from there, he just starts opening up, "Man, I don't have the money. You know, every time I see this house, the last thing I have thinking of my mom. You know, I'm really just, you know, trying to get rid of it, blah, blah, stuff." I was like, yo, realistically, I know you're at 100. I was like, I'm an investor. I have to make money. 100's fair if you want to list it on the market. And I'm a realtor, so I cost some debt for you too. You know what I mean? We're going to do a couple showings. We might have to make a couple repairs. Or we could try to sell it as is. You probably might not get as much. Or, I mean, what offer would you consider literally as is and just walk away from it as soon as title's back, we settle? He was like 60,000.
So you didn't give him that number. He gave you that number.
Never gave him a number.
Okay.
He gave me 60,000.
Because he knew his bottom line.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, based on what you told me, everything sounds fair. I was like, yo, so I'm sending you a contract right now. You get this signed. I'll start title. I was like, I don't even have to see the house tomorrow. I'm not going to rush you. We'll wait till Saturday. It was like a Tuesday or something. I was like, we'll wait till Saturday when you're off work. Meanwhile, I'm still going to start title. Saturday, I'm going to see as long as everything checks out, you know, we're still good to go. Saturday came, everything checked out, sold it for like 80.
You need a round of applause for that one.
I turned it up.
Santos, you need a round of applause for that one, son.
Hit that. He needs some milk for you.
But
Dope.
Yo,
yeah,
that's
man.
what's
So
up.
I mean, other than that, and then other deals, you know, the other bigger deals, like I said, I average between like 10 to 20,000 on assignment fees usually. But you know, the other bigger deals, like in Philly, people just give them to you, bro.
Yeah,
Like
man.
no negotiating, nothing. So
Okay.
I had a deal in West Philly. The guy called me. He was like, "Yo, I want to sell this house. You know, how soon can you get here?" Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear. He was like, "Yo, I want to sell this house. How soon can you get here?" I was like, "Yo, take a look at it tomorrow." So I sent myself comps. in that area I email the comps to myself. So then when I click it, it's just one link and it comes up and I scroll up and down. I do 0.2 out. That's it. So I checked the first comp. Meanwhile, this is a duplex. The guy told me it needs a full gut renovation, everything. So full gut, a duplex that needed full gut was $140,000. This house probably needed $15,000 in each unit. Right. So he tells me, yeah, it's a duplex. It's fucked up. This and there, blah, blah, 2,500 square feet. So I pull up the comp. So we walk the house. House looks fucking amazing. Freaking, I pull the comps up and he's like right over my shoulder looking. You know, I'm sitting on the steps. He's right above me. He's real cool. You always want to match their energy. So I'm sitting on the steps looking. As soon as I clicked it, there was a house on the corner that was 1,000 square feet. No, 1,100 square feet, 3 beds, 2 baths. That sold for $41,000. It was full gut single family house. That part of the city, the single families sell for a lot cheaper than the multifamilies.
Okay.
So when he saw that, he's like, "Oh, mine is bigger than that." He was like, "I need to walk away a little bit more than that." I was like, "A little bit more." I was about to offer you $100,000. So I was like, "Yo, so, you know, like, right?" So I'm sitting there like,
he shot himself in the foot right there.
Yeah. So I was like, "So how much are you looking to get?" He's like, "Man," he was like, "I don't know, man." He's like, "Yeah, a little bit more than that, man, son." And he's like, "I'm not taking 40." I was like, "Well, what's your number? Like, you know, like 42?" He's like, 42, you gotta pay all closing costs. And you're trying to be hardballing me, right?
Oh no.
I'm sitting there like, I gotta pay. I was like, it's a little tight. I can make it work.
Did you hit him with
shake his hand? Yeah, I did. It's a little tight. I can make it work. So I'm walking to the car to get the contract. My hands are like shaking. Like I'm not trying to smile or nothing. I grabbed the contract. It's like, yeah, bro. By the way, you know, let me see your ID. I need to make sure you know. So the title companies can ask me for it. Let me just take a picture of it now. Blah blah. Take a picture of ID. So it's really him.
Yep.
Signs the contract. My hands are like, all right, yeah, we're gonna give you a call later. I put a $5,000 deposit on there. Like that's how good the deal was. I put a $5,000 deposit on there. Everything. So yeah, we sent it the title and ended up selling. And we made like $60,000 on that deal.
Damn.
I would have hit him with that $1 deposit.
Levo likes putting $10 as everyone his deposits.
Yo, I'm tempted to do 50 Cent on one of mine
just to see if they give you any backlash.
Honestly, you probably hate me for it, but every single deal I do, I put it before I even see the house. I'm like, listen, you know, I'm a realtor before, you know, I'm an investor. So just like, you know, some people, you know, they're not as serious. You know, they'll probably only put like, you know, $100, $200, $300 deposit. I was like, I'm gonna give you a whole $1,000 deposit. I was like, non-refundable, of course. Like I had no contingencies in my contract. So every deal I lock up, I sell.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
So that's like, even the other day, I talked to you about Chapel Terrace. My buyer was in a fucked up situation. He couldn't buy it. He already paid me my assignment fee up front, basically with his deposit, but I still wanted to move it. I made $1,000 technically on the assignment, but I kept the deposit for another buyer just so I could get it closed for the seller. You know?
Right.
So I mean, there hasn't been a deal that I walked away from in the past like 6 months.
That's what's
8
up.
months.
Shit.
So did the seller follow you to the car?
No, he didn't.
Because
that's
where I messed up. Yeah, I do. You had your man
let's
in the
talk
back.
about this deal that
man.
that you guys, I guess you guys were competing over on 9th Street.
Yeah, man.
That's hilarious.
That was funny. I think it was even funnier after the fact that I found out it was you guys, but it just was so funny because of the seller, right? They called me. They hit up my site. They called me. I went out there immediately. I'm like, all right, boom. This is somewhat of a deal. I think somebody had called me. I can't believe. I think it was like a niece or something. Anyway, she called me. I went to the house, and I'm walking through the house, and you know, I get downstairs. We're negotiating, and then we get into how much they wanted. I believe at first they wanted like $50,000, and I'm like, I don't know if
I would have given it to him.
I know you would have.
This is why he be losing out sometimes, because no matter what number is like.
If you could have made money, you should lock it up.
But at 50, man, I just couldn't. You know, the house needed what it needed, and I was looking to more so do like a refi, right? So anytime
35K, those are gonna praise at 140, 145. There's a comp pending right now, 950 square feet. Just went under contract 2 days ago on Mulberry for freaking 130.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyways, y'all ain't shit.
So what happened though?
No, so I got this guy down to like 40K, and he shook my hand, and then I was like, all right, let me go out to the car. Let me go get the agreement so we can sign it up. And then I come in the house, and him and his sons in the back just like snickering on the phone. They're like in this whole separate room. You know, the room going to that back. The son, him and the dad just like popping in and out, seeing if I'm coming back in the house. And the next thing you know, they come out of the room. I already felt the energy. They were talking to somebody else. I thought they were talking to the niece, but they were actually talking to who sold it to you. And he offered a couple grand more. I probably could.
No, not a couple grand. $1,000 more.
Got him.
Full disclosure.
Got him.
Yeah.
He said whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. He's smooth. He gave me $5,000 up front.
Yeah.
Before we even closed.
And that's what I was gonna do too. And then I'm just like, you know what? I felt like they didn't feel comfortable doing business with me, and it was kind of like one of those things. It was like we were going back and forth. I was like, is there anything I could do? And they were like, no. He's gonna give me more money. Blah blah blah. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be too pushy. You know, especially the situation. I don't know if you know, but his wife had just passed. I didn't want to be like too like aggressive with him. But yeah,
I would have been like, what do I have to do? Just get the sign right now. What price?
Yeah.
I would just hit him with
I like that.
If that didn't work, then you would have walked away.
Right. Yeah, no, man, for sure. But it just was funny. It was just how the situation played out, how they were in the back, just like on the phone. You know how this is, man. I wasn't sweating.
It happens.
Yeah, man.
And then it's not. I didn't backdoor your deal.
No, I know.
Hell no. There's a big difference.
Bro. It's a free game out here, man. If I would have had it under contract, then that would have been something different.
Do you have like experiences with people backdooring you?
Bro, where do I start, bro?
Damn.
Damn shit.
Bro, where do I start, bro? Bro, a boy I taught how to wholesale just claims he didn't try to backdoor. I'm not going to sit there and comment on it. I don't know.
Yo,
I just
his
stopped
name,
talking.
son? Say his name. Just drop the name. We want the name. We want the juice.
Y'all know him, but I ain't going to do it like that.
Oh, and we know him.
Oh, my God.
We about to put the podcast on pause, bro.
I don't know all the facts, and I don't care to know all the facts. You know what I mean? I'm at peace.
Nah.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? But, bro, that happens all the time. Bro, Jose, the deal we had on Cotton Street, we almost got backdoored on that one. The one I sold to your buyer.
Yes.
So,
the realtor,
guys,
right? The realtor?
Yeah. So
okay.
Leroy, I call dirty, don't they?
They do.
They be trying to be like these law-abiding citizens.
Y'all renting guys be on go. But, I called this guy. And I'm like, yo, listen, I saw you did a couple cash deals in the area, where you guys are going to buy some more. It's always nice to add more people to the buyers list. So he was like, yeah, let my guy go see it. So his guy goes sees it. He offered me full asking. It wasn't a problem. But then Jose's guy wanted a full asking. And then this guy was more uncomfortable. I already did deal with Jose. I already know how this process be smooth. So, of course, I'm going to go with the process smooth. It's not even about money at this point. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just, it makes the whole process a lot more smoother.
Relationships.
So, cool. Yeah. So I take Jose's deal. We take that. Settlement day, I'm sitting down. The guy's like, so you have Jose go see it? I mean, he said, you have XX go see it? I was like, yeah.
Wait, Jose me or Jose somebody else?
Jose somebody else.
All right, cool. Let's get that clear.
Yeah,
it's not this Jose.
Yeah, no. So
this
I was
Jose
like,
don't be.
I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, he was like, yeah, no. He's like, he had a lockbox and everything. He said, he asked me for some sale and all that stuff. But I told him I was ready on the contract. And I was like, yeah, but I was like, no, it was probably just one of my contractors' workers. He was like, oh no, I thought he was a realtor. I was like, yeah, man, I don't even know. I only get lockbox for my contract. I just played golf. Seller was cool because I already did like 2-3 deals with him, so he didn't really care because he knows I get it closed. So still signed a settlement, so we was cool.
Shit, but that happened. I guess that happens often.
Jose, funny thing you say that, right? So, my commercial guy just brought me a deal the other day. And when he brought me that deal, it was off the guy that backdoored me. So I said, I don't even want to deal with it, bro. So
your commercial guy sent you a deal from the guy that backdoored you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so I was just like, I don't even want to deal with it. So he ended up getting the guy cheaper. It was too good of a deal to pass up. So I just sold it to one of my guys.
Okay.
So, I still did deal with him, but I just don't stay involved.
Right. So you just like, you'll do the deal, but you'll be on your P's and Q's then, I guess.
Yeah, basically.
I'm petty though, bro. I don't be
Yeah.
doing deals with niggas that backdoor me. So.
No, I
be
never
turning
confronted him
niggas'
about it.
lives
You know
and
what I mean?
shit.
So I just let it rock.
Yeah.
Nah,
But no,
that's what I was telling Jose when we really recently just did an interview, and he asked me that same question. He was like, would you still do business with people who tried to like backdoor you? And I was like, you know what? It's business. At first I was like, nah, but then I was like, you know what? That's cap. I just would treat them accordingly. So,
yeah,
you know,
that's like realistically, I tag all my buyers on Instagram. So if you go into my buyers and you're messaging my buyers and then you're gonna claim you didn't know it was my buyer, like, bro, you're weird because you like that picture.
Right.
You know what I mean? You like the picture of me and my
Right.
buyer at settlement, and then you're gonna message my buyer like.
Right.
And all my buyers are loyal to me. You know, they always show me, and they're like, "Yo, this boy sent me this, but I don't want to go through him. Can you just check it out for me?" You know what I mean? Even if they just pay me $1,000 to handle it, they'll do that.
That's cool though that they have that relationship and that rapport with you enough for like them to actually show you like, bro, one of your mans out in Reading is trying to, you know, scoop us up and whatnot. And then you can tell who's who. You know what I mean? Like that you can tell like who the real ones are and who the fake ones are. The problem, like with me, I think is like, I don't know, bro. Like I grew up in like different circumstances, like, you know, where people get hurt for a lot less. And then,
trust me, I know.
so it's like, I have to, at the end of the day, think about it and be like, man, it's just real estate. It ain't even that serious.
right.
But don't get it twisted. If this was dope money, it would have been a whole issue. And then, like,
If it was dope money, it'd be
Yeah,
blood
but
money.
you also got to look at it. If somebody's sitting there taking off that much off, they're taking food off your plate.
Right.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Realistically, I don't care. So if this bull would have hit me up and was like, "Yo, I got this deal. Can you blast out to your buyers?" I have no problem blasting deals out to my buyers. Y'all all know that. Y'all know what I mean? Like if I could close it, I'll close it. We've done countless deals together. I didn't even negotiate with you on half your deals.
Yeah, it was just
Actually,
like,
none of your deals. I don't think I negotiated with you with.
Yeah, because I had the amount that I wanted to make. He knew how much he could make, and that was that. It wasn't like haggling.
Well, let's get this straight. When Jose sells a deal, it's a deal.
Yeah, I like selling
I'm not
deals.
even going to cap.
No,
I'm not even
like,
gonna
yo,
cap,
I
bro.
like selling deals, though. I
He
like
sells
selling
deals. Sometimes I'm like, bro, you might want to take that down.
Nah, that's where I be fucking up. I don't be taking a lot of them down. But I like to get them locked in low enough for me to make what I want to make, but then make another buyer, another wholesaler, you know, very happy with a good deal.
But
you know?
honestly, in all fairness, that's how this business is supposed to be. Our job is to literally source discount deals and then sell them back at a discount.
But then now you got to reverse back to your buyers.
Mm-hmm.
What do
Yes.
your buyers want to pay?
It depends.
We were just
You know what I
talking
mean?
about this.
Yeah.
Because realistically, if I have all my buyers with like, yo, if you leave ten to $20,000 in a deal, and you got a rental where you're making like $500 to $600 after your refi, they're cool with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're thinking about ROI.
Right.
So that's why all my Philly guys are coming out to Reading, and we're paying more than you. I'm closing more deals than a lot of people because they're willing to pay more.
Right.
Yes.
So realistically, I know that I could sit there and I could buy a 5-bedroom at $55,000. I got to put $40,000 into it. I'm in it like 103 after closing costs, but I could either refinance it and leave $5,000 in the deal, or I could just sell it for 140 and make like 28, 30 after closing.
Right.
You guys, when you guys are looking to actually like purchase these deals, you guys look at it as like, you know what, even if I'm, you know, putting all this money and I leave $5,000 in a deal, I actually bought a house for $5,000. So that's your, if I'm correct, that's your perspective.
If you're making, let's say if you make majority of my buyers make over $200,000 a year. So if you make $200,000 a year, you're going to tax, I think, like everything after state and everything's like 30%. That's $60,000 that's taken away. But if you invest all $200,000 into real estate, you pay no money on the taxes because you invested into real estate. Thank God, America.
Right.
Then you refinance it. You get 75% of what you, let's say you, even if you break even, you get 150. You still made $10,000 in paying Uncle Sam.
Right.
So you just saved on all that taxes, and the money that you're in is really still in equity.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go right back to the bank and say, "Let me get a HELOC."
You know, like, and I'm just real transparent with my buyers. And I tell them, if it's a perfect deal, why would I sell it to you?
Right. When you could have
You
it.
know what I mean? I can just keep it. Realistically, I was like, either I'll probably sell it to you because I ran out of money, I need money now, or my contractors are too backed up because I got other perfect deals that I kept.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, I'm marking up 10,000 and I'm making money.
Right. That's what I was telling someone earlier. I was like, the good deals don't leave the door anymore. Like,
yeah,
it's
Except some of mine.
we can't.
I've been waiting for Jose to post something.
Yo,
I'm
Jose
starting to
drops
keep
heat,
them.
man. He drops heat.
I'm starting to keep some of them.
I'm waiting for
Yeah,
it too. I'm just waiting for that
mean,
2-unit burr, that
he used
multi-burr.
to post some deals. I'm like, bro, delete it. Why are you posting it? Just send it to me.
He would be like, yo, why would you post that?
I was like, bro, my guys will take it. So can they bring deposit tomorrow? I was like, bro, I'm in Philly. Just tell me I'm good. I'm good. We're taking it.
No, I did my biggest month. I did my biggest month with it was a mixture of some of the deals that I was selling to you and then some of the other deals that I had in escrow. So like I actually in 2021 I had my biggest month with you and with a couple of other things going on. So definitely never forgot that. It was a good month. I like looked at the numbers.
I was like,
and
what?
I'm
I
like,
was like, it's September,
um,
August, September.
I don't remember, to be honest. I do remember though that it was my biggest month and I was hyped. I was like, damn, I actually hit this.
It wasn't that important if you don't remember the month. October every year is my biggest month.
October.
Every year. It's weird.
That's interesting.
Maybe I should track that. I think, when my biggest months come, it comes in like December-ish, January-ish.
That's weird because like December,
Then,
I kind of like start chilling.
Yeah.
Just got done Thanksgiving. Let me do some work
Holidays.
this week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gotta go shopping.
For me, it's I want to say it's December, January, and then I'm heating up now, so like springtime as well for me.
And it just spills into like,
Yeah.
So I mean, majority of people, I get majority of my deals between like, well, it used to be like July to like November, straight go up until Thanksgiving.
So speaking of like big months, right? We like to ask, I mean, just because, our goal for this podcast is for kids who grew up like us to see it and so that they can have an idea of what else is out there other than, your regular W-2 jobs where maybe you're making 60 grand a year and, you're comfortable, because in reality, when you have a W-2 job, you're getting paid like 22, 23 an hour. In our world, that was like a good amount of money to make. Mm-hmm. So we like to ask everybody that's on, what was your biggest month in order for those kids to see what potential there is out there when you get into entrepreneurialism and when you have your own business? So if you feel comfortable, I mean, what was like the 1 month where you made the most and you were just like, God damn, and like how much was that?
This shit is real.
Yeah, like
October 2019, didn't negotiate, told me he wanted 215. I took it for 215, commercial building, 10,000 square feet. Didn't know what I was going to do with it. Blasted it out at 350, sold it for 315 cash. And then I had 2 other deals with that too. So I think it was like 130,000.
Wow.
Well, goddamn.
He had that lined up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait. Hold on. Let me hit him with a little.
Oh my God!
Than that, like even like right now, this past, like I told you, 73,000.
Mm-hmm.
I had a $70,000 month for George. I think like September. That's like after he got paid too. So we probably brought in total like collab like 140. We did a lot of deals. Me and George killed it like this fall. We did a lot of deals together. So.
You brought George out of retirement, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, because growing up as a kid, like I had George on Facebook, so like he was the real estate guy. You know what I mean? He was the guy that everybody looked up to. So I chill with him one day, and out there, like he knows a lot of my boys. And then basically, I literally just text him, in August. I was like, "You have anything want to sell?" He was like, I got my last rental to sell. Sold it to my buyer. Then afterwards, he was like, "Yo, I got a lot of people I could text every week, and I get deals for you." And that's where it just came from. I got introduced from Jose from George. A lot of people from George.
Dope, man.
Cool.
So
Shout out to George.
Yes, sir.
We gotta get him on.
Yeah, man.
We gotta get George on.
he too busy for us, bro.
What,
He answers when he calls me back at 10 o'clock at night talking about, "My bad, bro. I was running around all day."
That's dope, though, man. That's dope.
Word, man. So where can we find more information about you, about your company?
Yeah, I mean, Santos Rivera on Facebook. Honestly, believe it or not, that's where I get majority of my deals, meaning family and friends. And then my Instagram, RSTOS. So, but there, that's just personal. So, see everything. Personal life, really don't be posting too much work, but you gotta see when the contracts come in, when they go out.
Yes,
Actually,
sir.
or I'll post it. He'll be like, "Yep, eyes emoji." So,
Yes, sir.
so
You blink, you miss.
Mr. Get It and Go.
That's what's up, man.
wait
Yo,
10 minutes.
I got
too
a
long.
question before we leave, bro. I have this theory, and I might be wrong. You be telling people you don't know Spanish, bro. He looks like the biggest Puerto Rican
Oh, my God.
in my life. He looks like he came straight from the island. So I have
Bro,
a
I'm Puerto
theory.
Rico,
He'd be like,
Island boy.
he'd be like, "Yo, I don't know Spanish," but I know it's because he
I
don't
got
want to
the
like
Dominican.
translate. But I'd be like, I know this dude knows exactly what I'm saying right now.
Bro,
I don't know, man.
anything, bro. No, my callers, like I'll have a lead that comes in. I'll be like, "Yeah, I'll have somebody call you back." I give them to my callers. I don't speak Spanish.
So do you not speak Spanish, or you just don't like speak Spanish? That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of.
I don't speak Spanish. My girl is Viet, and she knows way more Spanish than me.
Oh, wow.
I was translating the other day, and I'm like, this motherfucker understands me.
Do you call Jose to translate for you too?
No, we went on an appointment. We went on an appointment.
We did a showing. Yeah. Nah, bro. I really don't know Spanish. Nothing.
We can have to fix that.
Yo,
I don't know a lick.
for me, it's poquito, man.
See, I don't even know what you just said, bro.
Just send me all your Spanish speaking leads, bro. I got you.
I got you. But nah, man. But yeah, that's it. I don't know nothing.
All right, bet.
But,
All right, man.
I appreciate you having me on here.
Appreciate you coming,
Anything
man.
else? I'm still waiting to do a deal with Leroy.
Yo,
Tell
we
me
heating
that,
up this
I got
summer,
you,
man.
I got you.
Yo, send me over. Well, I know your buyer's criteria now. I definitely want to get some stuff on the board with you. We definitely gonna get it together, man. You know, I'm everywhere, man. I'm in the skook right now.
Mainly 4 beds up. Anything in Reading, doesn't matter where. I love the South Side. Did like 5 deals on 1,100 block of cotton itself. So whatever, man, don't matter.
So essentially, you guys need 20% of the deal after the refi.
Not 20%, 20,000
$20,000.
tops.
Okay.
Word.
Like that's what they're looking for. Typically, my rehabs, I have contractors that'll get done for like $25K, but there's like kind of like shittier work and headaches. Or I'm spending $35 to $40K and no headaches, good quality work. So up to like 1,600 square feet.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's without touching heating and stuff like that.
So just to be clear, if I bring you an ARV at 100,000 after your refi rehab acquisition, you need to be at 80,000.
Is it really ARV at 100,000?
I'm just making it easy.
No, because I don't even want to scoop down that low. That's pretty bad. He's talking like 2 beds, maybe like 2.5 bedrooms. Reading has those weird half bedrooms. I'm talking about like 4 bedrooms and up.
Right.
Okay.
Because
They'll give me
those
2
are
bed,
my
1
guys that
baths.
leave money in the deals. I have other buyers that they just buy straight cash, but I don't think they're trying to buy anything right now.
Okay.
So, but other than that, all we care about rentals, bro. We don't care about flips.
So do you give your joint ventures a 30-day guarantee? If I bring you a deal, right? And I say, hey, Santos, I done hunted this damn deal down for you.
Buy this back.
You gotta buy it.
So,
Nah, that's dope. We'll definitely get something on the board though, for sure, man.
Hell yeah, it's getting hot outside, bro.
Yeah,
We
man.
about to get it popping, son.
Let's get it.
We gonna put
it's been
pressure,
hot
baby.
outside for the past couple weeks.
What's that?
It's been hot outside for the past couple weeks.
Oh yeah, man.
Word.
Well, down here, I don't know about up there.
You in that Florida weather?
Hell yeah. Well, congratulations again, man. You deserve it, bro.
All right, thank you, bro. All right, I'm gonna talk to you.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for coming through, and we'll catch you on the flip side, bro. Peace.